Hello everyone, today's review on the Action Pose Faiz series. There's 2 there, so maybe it's Ryuki 2, I don't know, Action Pose 2. On the front there you got all the Ryuki riders kind of have their logo card printed underneath, but not the final fins. And you got the 2 Faiz, the smart bone thing going on behind there. And on the back you get the usual blah 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 and some sort of cutout voucher thing there. And there's a Chinese sticker there because sold from Taiwan seller, so he was obviously got these in Taiwan. Of course, they had to stick Chinese information there for legal reasons. This set was also the same price as the Ryuki one, so £6 and £6 postage. Because I bought them 2 together, I got about $2 reduced postage. Now, let's take a look at Faiz first, because Faiz is awesome. Now, these are... Well, the figures on these can stand better, and the pegs peg onto their legs a lot better. And there's more movable joints on these. You'd think it'd be better, and no, these stands okay. But the problem comes with these are cheap figures, and more movable joints mean more chance of it falling apart. This one's okay, although it looks really awkward with that sort of peg showing out. And the way his shoulder pads are, they just sort of slide onto his shoulder, which is kind of okay, except they can pop on really easily when you're trying to display the figure. Like if you move their hands up a little bit more, it's just going to come off. So yeah, just display them how the picture in the little paper displays them. In terms of molding, the details look good enough. No compound eyes, and the eyes are slightly orangey, which is fine. The belt's molded nicely. The lines on this leg are molded instead of just painted, which doesn't make too much sense because I got it that they should be flat on the torso. Anyway. No silver tips, but they are molded into the fingers, those little tidbits. And the phone is not painted whatsoever, it's just 2 colours. So he's okay figure. In terms of displayability, there's a lot you can do. I think there's 2 stands already, so he's okay. I'll let him off. Of course, for my purposes, even though I only have the 5 mega blocks, I might chop them up, make a Lego figure, and of course cut this gun out and paint it a little bit more. The second one, the Auto Venger. Yeah, he can obviously stand quite well because his feet are massive. However, they are quite loose. There's a movable joint there. You can feel like you almost turn them into the bike, but you can't forget about it. It's not designed to do that. Plus, you only have 1 wheel anyway. These parts of the joint is cool. Doesn't break off. But his legs fall off real easy from that joint. So. And of course, once you move his leg around, those pegs cannot hold him up because his legs are too massive. So the best way to display him is just on his standard stance. Feels like he's going to fall over. His arms just move up and down, peg arm like so. They're fine. This piece for some reason is really loose. I don't even know why it can come off. It should be 1 piece of plastic. Maybe because it's a different color. I don't know. The head. It's okay because it was in the Gashpon machine, so these things are bent. Smart Brain logo is printed nicely there. That's quite nice details. I can't really remember the actual Auto Venger too much, so I can't comment too much on the paint detail. But as far as I'm concerned, it looks good enough. Looks show accurate enough. Because the wheel bit can come off. An actual wheel as well. We'll take the backpack figure. This bit did come off before I knew how to assemble this. Yeah, like so, that's the actual wheel. And just stick that back on. Look, you see this thing's falling off again. Why? Yeah, as good as the joints are on the legs, they feel very loose. They're not tight at all, so... but he's okay. You know, it doesn't like completely fall over. So he's fine. I'll let that one slide. Again, okay. Really cheap stuff. And, oh yeah, they are cheap. Oh, well, let's look at the other form of Kamen Rider Knight guy. Never mind, the peg hardly fits on his feet and he cannot stand to save his life. But he has a lot of movable joints there. This hand not so much, just really loose and pop back on. This piece does come off, so I can use that as part of my Lego figures and all that. The good side is when you pop off the cape, it looks like it's just part of the actual character. The little air fin things they have on the rider. So, yeah, not too much posableness. Details are molded fine, painted fine. These things are like the Ryuki Survive model, and they're just sort of on a board job. But this is better because his arms have those little air fin things, meaning that this thing won't go all over the place. So because of that, he's okay, unlike Ryuki, where his sort of shoulder pads just drop down. Okay, just for comparison, here's the HG core. Obviously, a slight, no, I think nearly the same size. You can see here, his head's not molded as well. Looks a bit off. But it's okay from the front, it's good enough from the front. Of course, the HD core looks much nicer and much more detailed. Yeah, so he can barely stand. Next one is him, the saber-tooth one. He can't stand either. Does have a peg which fits on better. Jess. Maybe I'll stick on that feet. Yeah, I mean, he's molded nicely again. He's printed okay. As far as I remember from the show, he looks almost accurate. Not too much possibility. His arms can move a little bit. But the way his shoulder pads are, he can't move too much, so it's limited his movement. Because the weapon looks nice enough. The head is slightly tilted. His sort of shoulder plate piece comes off, so it almost feels like I might be able to do something with this. Don't know. Stick it. Come on, get back on. Yeah, but I have no complaints with this one too much. Looks good enough. Of course, I'm sure there's probably a bit of painting needs to be done on the weapon to make it look more accurate, but hey. At least it wasn't bent like most gashapon stuff. So, I'll just let it fall over. You get these things stand as a pain. Imagine I display all of them and you get a domino effect where all of them fall over. Look at this guy. I remember in the show, he's kind of a douchebag. Look, see, he's falling over again. He's molded fine, painted fine again. His movability is enough. His shoulder pads are molded into the arms, thank God. But he doesn't have any hands because his weapons are always there. There's a bit of hands there. The little claw thing can separate piece of plastic, so this can come off. Sort of a soft rubbery feel to it. His head can turn, waist can turn. He can stand okay because of the way his feet are. Peg just barely holds him, but yeah, I'll look far enough again. Yeah, blue tack these things, and only blue tack these things. Okay, with him, not so much possibility with his other arm, because of the shape, the way it's bent. These things are just sort of slide on as little peg things. For him, it's okay, they don't fall off. This piece feels really loose, but it doesn't come off, which is odd. It feels like it should come off. So, see, that's all that moves. Well, that arm's actually quite loose. Okay, try to get them back on without anything else falling off. Again, these ones, the arm pegs are sort of one piece of plastic, so they can't connect. So when you assemble these, make sure you put your hand on the other side so that it actually pushes. Because if you just push it, it's going to be no force. So, no, don't. Oh look, it's fallen off. Come on, get back on. Yeah, these things like to fall out bits. Well, surprisingly, he stands okay with even without a peg. So yeah, molding and painting is fine. It's good that he has the red and gold paint on him, even though usually these figures, the gold will be missing or the red will be missing. Mask is okay, and the horn is quite sharp actually, pointy. And finally, you have the chameleon gecko one, I can't remember. He pegs on okay, and he stands okay, and he's got a little yo-yo thing there. But his arms, he's got the worst shoulder pads and arms ever. Because I'm not even sure this is pegging in, but the way his shoulder pads are on this little dot there, they just sort of pin like there. So yeah, he's just not that nice to assemble. So when you compare these to the Deno action pose, the Deno action pose is much better, probably because they've gone through many design phases and those are newer, so you think they would have corrected all of the mistakes. So while these are cheap, they do have lots of mistakes, and please just pick in the stupid peg. And yeah, if you get these, get yourself some blue tack as well, because they will not stand at all. And these, so yeah, stick these in the recycle bin and not the bin. They're horrible. So yeah, take care, have a nice day, and rest of the video, if I make it in time, you'll see it in these heads in Lego form. Yeah, check out my Facebook, subscribe, and eBay, and thank you. See you soon.